The Regional Health Services Region 6 gave a formal send-off to the Guyana Medical Mission earlier today. Shanice Beckles reports.
Earlier today, the Region 6 Health Services held a press conference at the New Amsterdam Hospital's boardroom to acknowledge the conclusion of a week of medical services provided by the Guyana Medical Mission, a team of foreign doctors who offered their services in various fields of medicine to Guyanese free of charge and have been providing their services to the New Amsterdam Hospital for 7 years. In attendance at the program was head of the New Amsterdam Hospital Surgical Department, Dr. Tamishwar Algu, matron in charge of Hospitals Region 6, Ms. Annette Lykin, Director of Health Services Region 6, Mr. Jevon Stephen, Chief Executive Officer of the New Amsterdam Hospital, Mr. Colin Bino, representative of the Guyana Medical Mission, Dr. Patrick Anderson and his team, as well as Medical Superintendent Dr. Vishalia Sharma. In his message to the team, Mr. Colin Bino expressed his sincere gratitude for all the services rendered by the team of medical professionals.
We want to express our thanks to this team because they would have helped us out at the New Amsterdam Hospital tremendously. Probably when you hear Dr. Algo speak, you might hear more. But for the first time at the New Amsterdam Hospital, we've had the use of laparoscope, and we had at least 3 surgery using such instrument.
He noted that through rubbing shoulders with the professionals for a week, much knowledge has been passed on.
We're grateful for the type of skills that our doctors would have been able to acquire through rubbing shoulders with their colleagues from the who came with this team. We are not only grateful for that, but I know that Dr. Algo and team will ensure that they make maximum use of what they were taught in order that they can make their tasks lighter. I was made to understand that thus far we've completed over 34 surgeries they did, and I think they still have a few more to do today, and we are grateful to them for that. This team has been coming to us now to the New Amsterdam Hospital for over 5 years, and we do hope that this is a relationship that will grow from strength to strength. From my perspective, I don't want this to stop.
Dr. Tamishwar Algu made these remarks.
This team has been coming here for over 6 years, or 7 years, I think. And they've always been here. They're not only bringing gifts and bringing donations, but they've been sharing their skills along the way. They've been sharing their experiences, and we have built a good relationship with them.
He then gave a brief insight into what took place prior to the conclusion of the week of services.
During the past week, what we did, the CEO had said over 35 surgeries, but out of those 35, there were 15 major general surgery operations done and over 20 gynecological procedures. We did 3 laparoscopic cases. 2 of them were complete. 1 had to be converted to an open case. But it was the first time we did a laparoscopic cholecystectomy at New Amsterdam Hospital. I think though, however, that at the old hospital they did have some laparoscopic equipment that they were trying to play around with quite some time back. But this is the first time an operation has been done at New Amsterdam Hospital. I must say thank you to the members of the team for continuing to believe in this hospital, and despite constraints and stuff from time to time, they have worked and they have championed that cause.
Dr. Patrick Anderson made these comments on behalf of himself and team.
I think, and I've said this from day one, that one of the things we need to understand is we're not here to save the day. We're here to complement the guys that are here and appreciate how much you do with the resources you have. I think this system needs to invest in the talent. These guys has such tenacity that if you follow team sport and understand what it takes to become a champion, it takes a certain sense of fortitude and willingness to sacrifice yourselves and put your ambition on the line to achieve growth. And Dr. Ram Prasad, Algu, I mean, these guys are like dogs with bones. They just never let go. And a year ago, he was talking about doing laparoscopic chole, and I actually made fun of him when I got back that these guys were using nitrous to insufflate, and the only thing they accomplished was walking out of the operating room laughing like comedians at themselves. And a year later, they've almost completed 3 laparoscopic choles.
Mr. Anderson noted the need for the modernization of the hospital's services.
I think, and I continue to reiterate, you have a good structure, but as the world moves from treating diseases to preventing diseases, one of the things we must focus on is patient safety and outcome, right? Because that's going to be the basis on which you're able to acquire, purchase, and evaluate your standing in the healthcare market. And there are little things that we need to pay attention to, and probably the most important one is patient safety. Safety with respect to what we do to and for them, and safety within the environment in which they exist. And I think that's something that we can improve on here internally without even extending yourselves to other elements of government.
Director of Health Services Mr. Jevon Stevens concluded the conference with his address.
We here in New Amsterdam, we have a good crop of doctors headed by Dr. Algu, along with Kester Prasad, Dr. Ram Prasad. And it is obvious that these guys would have been learning over the years from this team, from the Caribbean Medical Mission. And they're putting what they have learned each year into practice. I would have visited the hospital early in the week. I would have heard the chatter of some patients who was very enthusiastic and very happy of what is happening here in the hospital. To that, we are very grateful to you and your team. And also, we want to encourage our young doctors to continue networking with you, because the world is moving in such a way where technology could be here in Guyana and it could be talking to somebody in the United Kingdom or United States.
Mr. Stephen alluded.
And if I'm to listen carefully to Dr. Anderson, he's asking the administration to invest more in these doctors and ensure they have upgraded equipment to work. As part of the administration, I could vow that I would do my best to ensure that the capacity of these doctors is improved daily, and that in a number of months, when you come back again, the talent you have seen today will multiply in form of more doctors being open to these kind of procedures, and to ensure that Dr. Algu and team do some sort of capacity building training with the junior doctors so as to ensure, like football, Dr. Anderson, there is that bridge in gaps.
The Guyana medical team will be leaving behind their laparoscope at the New Amsterdam Hospital. Laparoscopy is used to find problems such as cysts, adhesions, fibroids, and infections. Shanice Beckles reporting for Channel 8 News.